Hi, I'm Max. I'm down at the bike shed with my Moto Guzzi V7 Classic. So the reason I got this bike is because I was originally riding a Honda Super Dream 250, which was great for razzing around London. I used it to get to and from work, but I had my eyes on a bigger engine. I needed something with the beautiful old styling of an 80s bike like my Honda Super Dream. And honestly, I was trying to find a bike that I could customize and make my own. Being a designer, I want to tweak and change things to put my own stamp on it. And also, I just needed something a bit bigger. As you often find out, going through the ranks of being a motorcycle owner, you just always want something a little bit beefier. And this kind of hit the spot because it was a 750cc, still very light, but equally happy to do longer trips outside the city. And perhaps I can show you a little bit more in detail as we go through the bike. Starting from the front here, we've got the stock wheels, definitely something that attracted me to this particular model of V7, as it does have the chromed spoked wheels. Going up from there, we've got the tyre, which is the Trail Wing by Bridgestone, really good dual purpose tyre. Got these from Moto Guzzi, they're the Gators, straight from their stock list. Up from there we've got the headlight and tachometer lowering kit, which I had to get in from a guy in Seattle who produces them and puts them up on eBay. Then I went for these little crash bars, and of course you can't get a pair of crash bars without some nice spots on them. Picked up those things for almost nothing on eBay, but really add to the whole look, and also just incredibly practical lights, because when you're traveling in London you want to be seen, and when you're outside of London you want to see where you're going, so it's a good little mix. I'll turn these on for you. As you can see, they're proper blinders. Coming up from there we've got the LSL black gloss handlebars that I've swept back a little bit. I've kept all the stock gadgets here, and I've gone for Moto Gadget grips with Moto Gadget bar end blinkers. Coming up from there, we've got the Harley Davidson stock mirrors, which I find are just a really good match for this bike, but also really good for visibility. Going from there, we've got the tank, which has been modified actually to accommodate for the custom seat, which was built by Barry Customs. The reason for that is because the original stock tank actually has a complete section cut out of it, which flows the stock seat straight into it. So this bit's all been filled and then resprayed. And then going from there, you can see we have the leather seat sitting nice and flat up against it. Going down to the engine here, we've got the original Moto Guzzi cylinder caps, which are actually from the 80s but fit on the V7 Classic from 2009 here. All the bolts in exactly the same places. It's an aesthetical change, doesn't change the engine at all, but really adds to the whole overall look of the vintage Moto Guzzi. Going from there, we've got the white thermal wrap, which I think contrasts really nicely with all the black on the bike. And as it turns out, black thermal wrap will end up bleaching out white anyway. From there, we got the reverse megaphone slip-on mufflers, which I think sound really great. And after experimenting with a few different slip-ons, I realized they definitely are probably the best sounding muffler that you can get for the V7. Going up from there, we've got the custom Pillion footbed mount, which is lowered actually so that it goes with the seat, which has been also lowered. So it's a little bit more ergonomic. And up from there is my favorite bit of the bike, which is the custom leather pouches that were built by a leather specialist on Brick Lane. Great for housing all those D-locks that you need to secure your bike these days in London. These little bits here are just some eBay indicators, which cost almost nothing but keep it road legal. And going around from there, we've got a completely remade subframe, which has the integrated brake light, which I can show you now. Super bright and give you that nice little modern twist on the Classic and a little bit of a Tron look to it. So that's all the customization on the bike. Let's show you how it sounds. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. There's plenty more videos just like these on all the beautiful custom bikes that come into the bike shed.